Welcome back everyone to another mod showcase, and today we're going to be doing a review for the Emerald Rails mod, which adds Emerald Rails into Minecraft. So I'm going to read the overview. So it says, Emerald Rails adds a new rail to Minecraft, the Emerald Rail. It behaves like a powered rail, requires redstone power to activate, but when powered, it provides 15 times stronger acceleration than a vanilla powered rail, without changing Minecraft's built-in minecart speed cap. That means you'll hit the vanilla cap faster, but you won't go faster than vanilla allows you, unless you use another mod to raise and remove that limit. So I have been checking some other mods. I might even check the physics mod, but I'm clearly unsure because this is like the first time that I've actually reviewed a redstone mod. But to tell you guys the truth, I did do a first take on this, and it was very similar to a powered rail, but I'm just going to see what happens with the physics mod. So if you want to know how to craft the emerald rail, just make sure you install not 90 enough items, install roughly enough items or just enough items to make things easier. But to craft the emerald rail, all you just need is some emeralds, redstone dust, and a breeze rod. So you will have to go into those trial chambers just to get some breeze rods from the breezes. And I'm just going to try this for science because I want to see how this works. So I think we're going to try the powered rail one, for example. I want to see if we can go any faster, but I can be very unsure because I don't know any redstone mods other than this is still kind of efficient. But I think if you can try to get some breezes, then it might be a lot more affordable than just trying to get gold all the time. So now that we know what this one does, so let me just go right back down. Because the physics mod is supposed to speed it up, but again, I'm very new to this stuff. Unless you guys can suggest like what redstone mod actually makes redstone, work and function as it should. Because it may not be the physics mod, it could just be something else. So you can see how fast it got us to accelerate. So when we tried the emerald one, it's kind of immediate, but it still feels kind of slow. Like I probably put down like enough torches just to cover up everything, trying to see what the side-by-side comparison is. But as you can see, it's a little bit slow. So I may have to do some research with this whole redstone mod because it's very slow. Like it shouldn't even be that slow. So let me see here. Let me just go to the screen. And the mod is created by ardaryusz. I can't really say his name because it's very complicated. But you could just use it like as a regular power rail. But wait a minute. Okay, for the 1.20.1 version, it's a different recipe, but it uses prismarine and a blaze rod. So I would say it's more expensive, to be honest. But I think the newer version is very cheap if you go to the trial chamber. But it says, this mod does not uncap minecart speed. Vanilla minecarts have a hard speed limit, so Emerald Rails mainly helps you reach top speed much faster. So I have to figure out how to uncap the speed of the minecart. And again, my internet went out. This is kind of annoying when doing these mod showcases. It's like I'm doing this all in real time. So I will have to figure out on how to increase the speed so we could definitely make some relations here. I think all I got to do is like type in an uncap minecart or something. Just something just to let us bypass the speeds. All right, so let me just type minecart, not Minecraft, minecart uncap something. Okay, it doesn't even show anything. Uncap, nothing uncap. Speed limit? Is it like something speed limit? Let me see. Spawner control. Wow, I'm just really just finding something just to see what we can work with. All right, so I'm looking at the mod page real quick. So we have kinetic minecart. This mod increases damage to moving minecarts. Nope, that's not the one. Faster minecarts, balance for survival. Vanilla minecarts improved. Fast minecart, configurable speed. Huh. So I guess it might be that one. Maybe that's the one I have to use. But I checked rail speed as well, but it probably just... I don't know. Because, like I said, I'm very new to this. So I think it's probably this version. I think it's called the Adaki Kart Engine. Maybe I might have to try that since it says vanilla carts improved. So it's like you can change the game rule, Minecraft max minecart speed. Ooh, generic max speed default 8. Ooh, So I guess we might have to install this mod. I might have to provide it in the description just to see how it works. But I think this one is mostly code base. So we're just going to give just going to give it a try, because again, this is my first time actually using a redstone mod and kind of just use these minecarts, because I really want to see the difference when actually using the accelerated version, which is the emerald rail. So I'll bring you guys right back with the changes. Alright, so we have returned back and we're going to try the game rule. So game rule, okay, speed. I want to do, I think it's like Minecraft. Yeah, so I would say this is mostly like code base. So Minecraft max minecart speed, generic max speed for all cards unless overridden. Default is 8. So let's see what 8 does. Let me just try it for science. Whoa! Holy smokes! So this is pretty fast. Alright. That is really fast. I mean, for a powered rail, yeah, that is increasingly fast. So if I try with the emerald one, let's see. Alright. So I guess it's a little fast, but still. I guess it just depends on how you perceive it. I would say this one has faster acceleration, while this one, it kind of builds momentum. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is go into creative mode and just try with some mobs so we can try to see which one moves faster. I mean, at this point, I'm just guessing because this is kind of interesting just to test, but also I'm still pretty new to this. So let me just get some mobs in here so we can let them test the experience. Sheep, I didn't even give you a chance to move yet. Dude. I mean, he's a little bit going there, but he still moves a little bit slow. But I wasn't expecting him to move the cart. Huh. So I guess I have to like set a button up, then let them roll. So let me just go ahead and start that again, because sometimes this is like for science. All right, I broke the rail system. Oh yeah, I'm being very messy today with this showcase because this is totally new. It's part of the experience. Oh, come on. These guys literally have the mind of their own. But you know what? At least they're in the cart. I could care less. So, ready, set, and go. I push the cow onto that one. Push you on there. I know, I could have made it easier. But as you can see, the cow is moving a little bit more efficiently. Yeah, you can see that it is a little more efficiently. Hold up, they're neck to neck. Hold up. Okay. Whoa, okay. That is pretty interesting. The sheep was actually gaining more momentum here. So I guess this one just has faster acceleration. This one is just, I guess, to build it up. I would just say this mod is kind of a work in progress because it did say 15 times more power compared to a powered rail. So I do see there might be some issues here, but it does look promising because, again, you can modify the speeds and it depends on the efficiency. But I would say from my perspective or my take on this, I would just say I would probably use this emerald rail as an alternative to the powered rail, just in case if you don't have enough gold or have no gold farms. But if you have like a ton of villagers and you go to the trial chambers very, frequently, then you're fine. But powered rails are kind of like, the old way of doing it. But this one, it's kind of a lot more easier to get. But yeah, I think that is going to be my take for this mod because I don't really do redstone related mods like this, but it's still a pretty interesting experience that I didn't even know that we can move a lot faster than the minecart just by installing the Adaki cart engine mod, which actually allows you to modify the speeds too. But the whole mod showcase is basically about emerald rails, but it seems like this speed mod also kind of pays to contribute to making things a lot more easily. So I'm just going to say I'm going to give credit to the Adaki Kira just for the speed mod, but the original credit is going to be for the emerald rails, which is, let me just look up that user, because again, this is a very messy showcase. and it's made by ardaryusz. I can't really say his name because it's like jumbled up letters, but give credit to those guys just for making this showcase very intriguing, since we can actually modify the physics of Minecraft. But from what I know, this thing here is like immediate, while this here you gotta build up more momentum just to speed up. But until then, I'll see you guys with another mod showcase, and stay tuned.